the highest funded board games on crowdfunding in 2022. Thank you for joining me here at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Now, over the years, I've done a video like this that looks at board games on crowdfunding and some of the highest funded ones. We've had some pretty big campaigns in the past, like Nemesis Lockdown, Seventh Continent, Tainted Grail. They've reached close to $7 million. Exploding Kittens, over $8 million. Of course, you have Kingdom Death that reached $12.3 million, and Frosthaven was one of the biggest ones ever at $12.9 million. Will there be a campaign in 2022 that reached that height? Well, let's check out today's video. Now, I will say, in the past, we've looked at just Kickstarter, but I have broadened that to most of the crowdfunding, the big campaign platforms, Kickstarter, Gamefound, and Backerkit. So, let's get started. Number 10. We actually have 4 in the number 10 slot. They are all really close to each other. We have Sleeping God, Distant Skies, that reached a little over $2 million at 14,112 backers. Final Girl Season 2 was 12,634,000. They had over 2 million as well. Unsettled reprint and some new stuff with that at 14,000 backers, 14,365. And Return to Dark Tower second printing at 17,068 backers. Now, the interesting thing I find for some of these campaigns, well, one, only 2 of them were Kickstarter campaigns. One of them was Backerkit, and that was the Return to Dark Tower second printing. This is actually the only campaign that is in this list from Backerkit, but they did make it into the top 10, and then Gamefound with the Sleeping Gods Distant Skies. The other interesting fact about these 4 campaigns are that they're really not all new games. They were either reprints or expansions or a second printing or things like that. So I find that interesting. But they did reach a lot of backers and raise a lot of money. Number 9. I have 2 in the number 9 spot here. One is a TCG, so I didn't really know if this counted or not, a trading card game. It was called Sorcery Contested Realm. Not really that familiar with it, but they had 6,456 backers, probably the lowest number of backers in all these campaigns I'm talking about. Still a lot of people. They raised approximately $3 million. The other campaign that raised about $3 million is Castles of Burgundy 2nd Edition that had 22,831 backers. That is an older game, Castles of Burgundy. This was on Gamefound. A lot of people love Castles of Burgundy, and Awakened Realms was able to do a deluxeified version, which I think a lot of people were interested in. Number 8. Oathsworn 2nd Edition raised $3,236,488 with the help of 22,694 backers. Again, this is a game that is a 2nd edition, so that's bringing a lot of people who maybe heard about it or had friends or connections that loved the original game, and now they're bringing even more people into this game. This is a dark fantasy board game that has an epic story that you're traveling along with. Number 7. Number 7, we have Cthulhu, Death May Die, Fear of the Unknown that raised $3,426,673 with the help of 21,337 backers. Now, this was a new standalone box and had upgrades, but also if you backed it, you could get a Season 4 expansion. So there's a lot of extra stuff and goodies included in this campaign from Simon. Number 6. Slay the Spire, the board game, raised $3,939,337 with the help of 29,661 backers. Slay the Spire has been a very, very popular video game, so I'm not surprised that they were able to bring a lot of people to back the actual board game. I'm not sure how good the actual board game is. I think it makes a better video game, but that's just my opinion. Number 5, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 raised approximately $4 million with the help of 26,993 backers. This is from Archon Studio. I'm not really familiar with this intellectual property, but it's from Ubisoft, so I'm assuming it's from a video game. You get to choose your faction, explore your map, and manage your town, build your hero, and things like that in this game. Number 4. We had Elden Ring, the board game, from Steamforge Games, raised approximately $4 million, a little bit more than the Heroes of Might and Magic. And they raised this money with the help of 13,896 backers. Another game based off of a video game, so, I mean, these big games bring a lot of people in to back their campaigns, which, hey, raise lots of money. Number 3. Here we have Casting Shadow that raised $4,064,068 with the help of 36,562 backers. Now, this is from the team from Turtle. They've done games like Unstable Unicorns. They have a huge following, and I believe, let me double check, but yes, this campaign is the campaign with the most number of backers, over 36,000 backers. It's a game for 2 to 4 players, and I think one of the interesting mechanics is you're trying to unlock your shadow form in this game. Number 2. In this slot is Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin. This raised $4,421,347 with the help of 23,609 backers. Now this is from Awakened Realms, and it was the biggest campaign on Gamefound. Most of them that we've gone through this list have been on Kickstarter. We've had that one on Backerkit, a few on Gamefound. Hey, in the number 2 spot, that's pretty impressive. This game is actually a new standalone game, still in that Tainted Grail universe that people really love. Number 1. Now, for number 1, we have Marvel Zombies from CMON. Raised it on Kickstarter, they raised $9,032,583 with the help of 28,974 backers. This is, I think, the biggest campaign that CMON's ever done, and it's got the IP, Marvel Zombies, so people really were hungry for that. They had a huge, giant Galactus that you could purchase on this campaign, and I believe that was sort of similar to their Cthulhu Death May Die campaign. There were over 6,000 backers for the top pledge level, which was $615. That's a lot of money just for one thing. That included a lot of stuff in it though, but still, for just one pledge, $615, whew, that's a lot. Well, that wraps up these highest funded board games on crowdfunding. Backerkit, Gamefound, Kickstarter. Kickstarter still sort of reigning supreme on these, but Gamefound has done a really good job with doing some great campaigns this year. Let me know in the comments, do you think Gamefound will have the highest funded in 2023? Do you think Kickstarter still has it? I'm not sure. I'm really just not sure. Gamefound has done a great job with their campaigns and helping creators with those campaigns. Kickstarter just has a longer history, just a lot more people on Kickstarter. Yeah. Do you think in 2023 we'll see a bigger campaign that raises more money than Marvel Zombies? I'd love to know your thoughts on that too, and if you think you know what game that will be, put that in the comments as well. Thanks for watching.